Gaming.com, bringing you another collector booster box opening, this time Foundations, the latest set from Magic the Gathering. This is there you go, the camera caught up with me with clarity. Anyway, this is the set that I guess does not rotate out of standard. So you get a lot of staples, reprints, not niche cards, so to speak, but cards that Wizards wants to have available to players in standard at all times. So that alone is an interesting fact because we get to see what Wizards values and what they don't. So things like counters that get some love, vampires. It's a tribe, so you can see both in tribe choices and in mechanics what Wizards wants to see moving forward or what they think players like the most. All right, so here we go, collector booster box. Per usual, the full art foil Japanese cards are going to be worth the most. Pack number one. Oh, okay, so that's a pretty sweet full art foil Atali. Not worth anything, I don't think. The new creature land that is the chameleon, basically. Ashru and the Animist. I don't know. I've read this card multiple times, and every time I'm like, man, this could be good, right? It could be good, and then you're like, nope, it's not going to be very good. I have so many of these. They've reprinted this a lot. Lunar Insight. I opened up a full art 401 from my one play booster box, and looking at it, I'm thinking, all right, this could be pretty good in a commander deck. So we have, again, the rares come first. So Dragon Trainer, cool. Broken Wings. Again, these are the cards that Wizards wants to have available to all players. Fairy Rogues, Angels, Elementals. Interesting, right? Choice from Wizards as far as tribes and mechanics that they want to have, that they consider iconic or foundational, if you will, for Magic the Gathering. So this comes from the new Kiora, which I'm really excited about. I think she's going to be good. I can't wait to try her out in Modern. Ooh, look at that. A Johnny, Color of the Pride. Full art Halo foil. That's pretty nice. Too bad. Doubt it's worth anything. I mean, this is a great... Ooh, it's like an etched. It's a great card. It can win you a game out of nowhere in Standard with its -3. Excuse me, it's still early in Virginia here. And there's the Kiora that goes with the Sign of the Deep. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to get that many cards in your graveyard in Modern. Plus, her top end is like a Fable, right? You draw the second part of Fable. So for 3 mana, you get a creature that also digs you for what you need. And then must be killed before it attacks, or you get this 8/8. I like it. Put that over here. Coma World Eater. For 7 mana, I don't know, but I am thinking about trying it in my Amulet Dino deck, even though it's not a dinosaur. The art on their lands, beautiful. They're just really nailing it with these full art lands, I think. So I built a cat deck. Wow, you can really see see if I can show it to you. From the side, you can really see like the plane symbol coming out, I guess, or is it? It's hard to tell, but there's like these circle here. Yeah, there's forest, mountain. You can see all the different mana symbols etched into the foil. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll be interested to see if that's worth anything. Sweet art too. Not sure which would be the most expensive of the possible ones there. Probably Kato. Speaking of. Drake Hatcher. This is an interesting mechanic in my mind. It has to deal combat damage, and then you get these incubation counters. So it's a 1/3 with vigilance and prowess. So 2 mana. I mean, it's reasonably costed, I guess. Leyline Axe, Feels like this will never see play in anything but a fringe equipment deck. Lunar Insight. I mean, it just costs too much to equip. So yeah, you get to put it down on from the very front, like before the game starts, like all ley lines. But then you still have to pay 3 to equip. There's another Lunar Insight. Sire of 7 Deaths. Yeah, my brother and I were talking about this card, whether or not we thought it'd be any good. A lot of keywords. Definitely go into my keyword decks, but I'm not going to put it in them too generically. Can go in any of them. Snakeskin Veil, a Braid, a Full Art. It's nice. I don't know where to put those. So we see Goblins, Elves. Witness Protection is in some of the different tribes that we see. Alright, we're up to 2 mythics it looks like. I'm not sure either one is worth a whole lot. It is a foil though. That's something. Sphinx's Tutelage as a guest card. Interesting. Foil mythic. Considered a mythic. Probably isn't going to be worth anything. Helen Planner Trailblazer. I mean, it's a powerful one drop with upside. This is nice for my Counters Matter deck and anybody else. Thousand Year Storm. Alright, Erebos, the First Fang. Definitely going in my cat deck. Is this card good enough for Modern with Urza Saga? I don't know. I don't think so. It might be fun to try out though. Landfall is powerful, but is it so powerful just to give us something +2/+2? Even +4/+4? It doesn't give the creature trample. There's probably other things he can be doing. Okay, well, hopefully I'll get some cards I didn't open in my one box that I can use in my decks, as well as some of these Chase Mythics. This is probably our most expensive possible card there. Another Coma, this time Full Art Foil. Alright, Scrawling a Crawler, excuse me, there's the Coma. This can go in my Everybody Draws deck. Or it can go into my Omnixus deck where you want your opponent to get pinged for 1 life at a time, so that's nice. Muldrotha. Man, I have a Muldrotha deck. I feel like she's just slow in today's Commander. Sylvan Scavenging. This is a new card, I think, that is actually pretty powerful and we'll see play in Commander. So I think the price on these will stay pretty high, even though it's double green. It goes with Counter Matters deck. It can create, its own army. Alright, Imprison in the Moon, Cat Collector. I guess y'all gotta see me drinking my coffee over here off the side. See? I'm trying to caffeinate away from the camera so you don't hear me drinking. Alright, moving on. This is at the halfway point. This pack is halfway point of our box. I'm going to say if it's another Coma, but no, it's a Kiora. This time Full Art Foil. Interesting variants in our packs. I do love Kiora. I'm pretty excited about it. There's a Kellen. Alondra. I guess, again, cutting off the names. It's really awkward here with my hand, the way I have it set up, but alright, well, unfortunately our packs have not been, other than the very first one, all that impressive with money, or for the money end. We've gotten a few good cards. This one I think is pretty nice. It's got some upside, 2 mana, 3/1. Gives you some recursion in the late game. Yeah, I wouldn't say we've opened up a lot of money so far, other than our Ajani. Sire of the 7 Deaths. Sire of 7 Deaths might be worth something at some point, but I doubt it's going to hold its value for long. Got some cool art. I also just don't think there's that much value in this set outside of the Chase 4 Mythic foreign cards. Jumpstart has some cards that are worth some money that I don't think we'll find. Ooh, okay, well, speak of the devil. I think that's a Llanowar Elf, and it is a Full Art Foil Japanese. That one might actually be worth a lot, even though it's just a Land War elf. People love their elves. Blasphemous Edict, nice. There's a hello. Yeah, I'm working on the deck for Modern with Blasphemous Act. Hopefully it'll be decent. Spinner of Souls #2 in the same pack. The swamp is beautiful though. Hero's Downfall. How the Hero's Downfall has fallen. Used to be a rare. Used to be an expensive rare. Now, so this is a great card for my Ob Nexus deck budget version that I'll be writing about soon. It's a nice card too. Just 3/1 flash with extra value. I mean, these types of commons wouldn't have been printed before, I don't think. Now with power creep, you see that on a common rather than a rare. Two of Johnny's, two special foils. All right. So I guess it's that first card where the money's going to be at. Rise of the Dark Realms. This is actually also one of the more expensive cards when I looked online last, just because of its play in Commander. It's kind of a I win the game card in Commander. This is a full art foil. It's pretty sweet. I'm not too excited about it. I don't think I'll play it in any of my decks, but Zimone Paradox Sculptor. Counters matter. Another mythic, so we're hitting our mythics now. Seer Slicer Goblin. Excuse me. All right, well, this could go in a goblin deck. In a goblin deck. Possible Bird Commander. A reprint. Another Kiora. We're going to get our playset of Kiora all in one box, it looks like. Branchwood Armor. I feel like this used to be expensive, because it just hadn't been reprinted much, and forests are so popular in Commander. But yeah, it can pump up somebody real big, real fast. Another Kellen, this time full art foil. Boo and Hiss. I mean, that's the variance in these collector booster boxes. You've seen we've opened up three Kellens so far. 3 Kioras at the rare slot. Another one of these birds back to back. I don't know. It's just, there are enough rares and mythics in the set that you would think that they would have a different print run, a better print sheet to keep from having it be the same set of rares, basically. All right, Sphinx of Forgotten Lore is a mythic. I think it's pretty powerful with having flash. Theoretically, cast at the end of your opponent's turn, and then suddenly everything in your graveyard can be cast as a flashback. It's 4 mana. I don't know if we'll see play in Modern, but I think it's pretty powerful. And yeah, I think it could really see play in Standard in the right deck. It's great. It's got flying. It's good control finisher. 4 mana. Or sorry, 3 power, 3 toughness flyer. It's a slow clock, but control is use slower clocks. All right, Celestial Armor. This has gotten a little bit of love lately with the price. Youthful Valkyrie. Whenever another angel you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay, for angel decks. Essence Scatter. Think Twice. I'll tell you this though, I love Think Twice. I know it's like most people hate on it as inefficient card draw, but I just love it. At 2 mana, you're holding up counter magic, in step draw a card, and then you have it as a flashback for 3 at instant speed. I think it just does a whole lot for control decks. It doesn't get enough love for it because people prefer the 1 mana instants. All right, that's the last of the coffee. And 1 mana instant speed card draw is more powerful, but the flashback to me makes this, I think, worth possible inclusion, even though the mana investment is too much for 2 cards, but you get to do it at your leisure when you're not doing anything else with your mana. So it's, I would consider more of a mana sink given its flashback. But I also think I like it a lot because it was a card that was popular when I was just getting into Magic for the second time. Oh, look, see another one. So this is our 3rd Spinner of Souls. I think maybe the 4th. Herald of Eternal Dawn. All right, well, this is one of the mythics. don't think it's very good. Galta, alternate art. I do have my Amulet Dino deck that I want to play for Modern this month. Another beautiful land. The swamp is just so good. Both of them are so good. Savannah Lions. Man, Savannah Lions used to be so powerful as a 1 mana 2/1. Unheard of. 2 more packs. Will we get our money back? Will we find something as exciting as our Japanese full art foiled land trails? Somewhere out there, there's somebody who really wants this Ajani. Goblin. Blasphemous Edict full art foil. So this is probably going to be worth something. I think this is the kind of card that's going to keep seeing. It's going to see a lot of play in Commander, and therefore the price will keep up. Chandra Flame Shaper, sweet. Full art, not foil, but I can play that in my. I have a Chandra tribal deck that I built for my daughter. Curator of Destinies. Like a Factor of Fiction on a flyer that can't be countered at 6 mana. Alright. Tiny Bones. This, I think, I'm excited about Tiny Bones. They've been giving Tiny Bones a lot of love. That's like the 3rd one now, and I feel like they all synergize nicely together. Interesting, and just a straight up, every creature gets +1/+. All your creatures you get that you control get +1/+1 for a green and a white. Good Fortune Unicorn. Gets played in my counters deck. Best bacon to a pie is funny. Alright. Last pack. So we get into 12 packs. We'll count up our mythics here in a second before we shut it off to go find, to do the math on this. Look at that, nice dragon. Back both sides. And look, we already got one, right here. So we have 1, 2, I mean, just the, like, to me, when you have a collector booster box, you get 12 packs. There's got to be a way to do a print run where you don't get duplicate. We got 2 Ajani's, 2 Zimones. Like, they're just, to me, it's just sloppy. Maybe it's math and I don't understand the math, but it just feels very sloppy that you end up with like 3 or 4 of the same rares, 2 of the same mythics. I mean, this is the mythic slot. Another Sire of 7 Deaths. Proving my point. This time full art. A Rabo, the First Fang. So we got another duplicate rare, this time full art. Another duplicate rare. I mean, I don't understand it, I guess. Why Wizards doesn't do a little bit better job of, it's a pretty cool, of randomizing their collector booster packs. So Balmore, Battle Mage Captain. I really want to build a deck. I don't have an Izzet deck yet in Commander, which is interesting. I have like 30 plus decks, 40 probably at this point, and I don't have a single Izzet one. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until the end of turn. So obviously you want to build a sort of spell slinger deck, but you also need a critical mass of creatures that you're pumping. Or what you want to do is storm off and just have 1 or 2 creatures, or just have this creature be able to go through, storm off, and then kill them with commander damage on a single turn after casting 20 spells. Is it possible? I don't know. I'm going to work on it though. Revenge of the Rats. I set aside a bunch of rat cards to build a rat tribal deck after Bloomburrow, and I can't seem to find any of them. Okay, well, you've heard my commentary. A little disappointing on some of these duplicates. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mythics, but we got 2 cool special ones. And then as far as duplicate rares, I mean, I'll go through and give you the total on it all, but I mean, we got multiple duplicate rares. Almost got whole play sets of things like the Spinner of Souls, Kellen, Kiora, and it's not, and we got multiple Comas, multiple Arabos. It's not like the set doesn't have a lot of rares. And when you get a collector booster box like this, I mean, I think anytime you get a box, unless you get, even when you get the chase rare, a lot of times it's nice to get the chase rare multiples. But really, I mean, if you're a commander player, you just want singles of all the different rares in the set. Okay, enough of that though. I will calculate the price and be back in a little bit. Thanks for watching. All right, hello, this is Johnny Cycles. I'm back. Let me fix my stack of books. That's my camera. There we go. I'm back. Dropped the kids at school. Just got back from the gym, ready to talk about how much this collector booster box of Magic the Gathering Foundations ended up being. Should come as no surprise that this was the most expensive card that opened. It's not the crazy foil, which I think is almost $300, but it is a full art Japanese foil. So this one is the most expensive, comes in at $100. Now the collector booster box cost $275, so we'll see if we get there or not. This guy, I guess this is called the mana foil. There's a whole bunch of these that have the mana symbols in their foil. Only 40 bucks. Sire of Seven Deaths. The full art, alternate art, is $45. The foil version is $35. Rise of the Dark Realms foil, full art, alternate art is 20 bucks. Zamoni Paradox Sculptor, or Zamone, 18 bucks. Youthful Valkyrie, which is full art foil and an uncommon, coming in at 15 bucks, I guess, for all those Angel Tribal decks and counter. No, mostly Angel Tribal, I suppose. Another Zamone, this time just full art, $13. The Blasphemous Edict is 13 bucks. Herald of Eternal Dawn, 12 bucks. Coma full art foil is 12 bucks. Sphinx of Forgotten Lore foil is 12 bucks. Muldrotha is 10 bucks. And then I got another Blasphemous Edict somewhere around here. Yeah, alternate art is $10. So that came out to be $355 for those cards, which is $75, $80 more than what I paid for the box. So definitely made my money back. But there's, as usual, the caveat that prices tend to drop after a few weeks after release. But I think what we're going to see with something like Foundations, where it's full of staples and reprints, that a lot of these cards are going to plummet in price, and there's so many variants. So I stopped at the $10 mark. A lot of times, up until now, I've always added up, and at least a card is $5 or more, assuming that those $5 cards would drop to like $2.50 or $2. But with all the different variants, both full art, foil, non-foil, mana foil, edge foil, or whatever they call these crazy art, crazy foils, there's just so many variants that I can't imagine that something like this Kiora the Rising Tide, which is a full art foil that comes in at like $8 right now, is actually going to hold its value. There's just too many. And let's say you get a foil Kiora that isn't full art, like I got somewhere in here, that says, oh, it's $4.99 on Star City Games. It's not going to stay $4.99 unless it becomes a staple. And there are only going to be a handful of cards that become chase rares or chase mythics that are staples. So I didn't even count the cards that were like $8, $7. So if you count those, I mean, well over the $275 I paid for the box. But I do think that almost all the cards are going to plummet in price. Obviously, some of these crazy foils will hopefully hold their price. Some of the new mythics that aren't reprints, like Sire of the Seven Deaths, might hold its price. So I think with what we opened, as far as getting lucky with this Japanese full art Llanowar Elves, Johnny, I mean, okay, whatever. Still lucky it's a mythic planeswalker. But here the new mythic, both full art and foil, and then with the commander staple, commander card that isn't a reprint. Clearly a sought after commander card there, a new commander card here. I don't think this is a reprint. I'd have to double check, but I don't think it is. And it's probably find a home in commander. Coma, not a reprint. So thankfully most of our money, other than here Muldroth is a reprint, most of our money is in new cards and foil. So hopefully they'll hold their value. But should you buy Foundations? I mean, if you like cracking packs and you have the money, why not? It's fun. If you have a few decks, commander decks that you just need some singles of, I would just wait a few weeks and buy the singles. It's just not worth it. Doubling season is out there, right? And it would have been nice to get one of those. That's a commander staple that's held its value. The Blightsteel Colossus, which used to be like so expensive, $50. I just saw it's reprinted in this set, and it's running around $5 or $6. Anyway, just that's a little aside, but thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching me crack some packs, get lucky here and there. Let me know what you think, what cards I'm overlooking that it might be chase, rares, or mythics that might jump up in price that you're keeping an eye on, or ones that you hope drop. Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy my content, click that subscribe button on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.